I'm going to discuss with you today about February 2024. February, March 2024 are putting us in a very important time frame that will trigger a lot of problems on planet Earth. Stay with me. So, as a financial astrologer, I'm drawing with my method that I've developed years ago predictions for markets, but not just as a technical analysis telling where market will go and when. Yes, the when, the timing that is missing in any technical analysis, and the momentum, and people that are following those models understanding a lot of process, not just for money making, but if you follow the money, you can follow a lot of other events. Astrology is a science, and those that understanding astrology not just for saying, I'm air sign, I'm fire, I'm emotional, I'm not just speaking with astrology about love and peace. In astrology, I'm speaking about wars, about triggers, economy, and how people can use it for bad and good. What is coming in February 2024 is pivotal. Those that are familiar already with my channel, back in last February, February 2023, I was communicating a lot about the fear I'm feeling inside my stomach. This was the moment that Pluto was in the last degree of Capricorn, and in March 2023, it's entered for the very short phase of almost 2 months to Aquarius. It meant a lot. It wasn't just this. It was Chiron and Jupiter together. And this already brought a feel to what I'm going to expand in this video to February 2024. More to the dramatic introduction, as I'm recording this video today, October 17, 2023, and we are between eclipses. This is another eclipse to come on October 28, and we just come out of a total eclipse in October 14th. We are very emotional right now. This is the axis of our planet Earth between the sun and the moon. And in the next full moon, which is a full moon in Taurus in October 28, this is going to be the last eclipse of the Taurus consequences since what we started in the end of 2021, what collapsed a lot of markets, and actually the challenge become physical. More to the dramatic that I want to illustrate. Back in June 2023, I visited my homeland, Israel. I did very inspiring videos. I invite you to see if you are watching this video. And I was alerting about the war that is coming. Even from 2022, I spoke about the war. And beyond all what I said, I was very sad. I found myself few times start crying like a baby in my car, driving and passing through all the things that I know. And the feel was like I'm sort of saying goodbye to so many things that I know. It was very painful. And, parents get old with all what we saw in the world, feeling misunderstood because I see things that I cannot explain to people, that I don't want to complicate their life, my family, even my brothers, even my friends, that I don't want to tell them things that I'm seeing. To one friend I told, and what happened already in the beginning of October, she told me, I can't believe that you told me this. I told her. In November, it's going to be something that people will fear of death, and citizens. It's astrology. It's all written. I'm not a psychic. I use my psychic ability, but through astrology. Pluto of my chart of Israel in the fourth house, squaring the ascendant. It's strong. It's very strong. But I said in the last videos that what you are seeing in Israel is going to arrive to you, specifically in Europe and in the US. It's all connected. Not because of them, we are all one. This is giving you introduction. It's the same movie. It's the same system. So just today, October 17th, the SPY US and UK are saying that what is happening in the Middle East going to arouse domestic threats, and it will, because those that usually living in the Middle East, not the good side, are actually living very much in Germany, in France, in Italy, in many places that actually gave them good condition payments. In Spain, less, because Spain didn't pay much. Portugal as well. But all those rich countries, Belgium, Sweden, see there. London, become Islamic city also. Those are a lot of powers here. And indeed, I mentioned many times years ago, now a lot of people start to come along with things that I've said already. So see who has the credit. Religious war related to things that I've said already, looking on 2025, and it may start before. Of course, it's today, a lot of people are understanding this is Saturn, Neptune conjunction in Pisces. But what is that I just said in the beginning of the video about February 2024? Yes, Pluto will move to Aquarius since March of 2023. But this is not coming alone. It's coming with Chiron and Rahu, which is the North Node in Aries. I will put the video below of the video that I recorded in June 2nd from Israel. It was my second day in Israel, out of emergency visit that I felt the urgent inside me. I paid 3 times more the cost of it and went from Brazil in direct flight to Israel. This was my time. And in June, it was Jupiter with the North Node. In February 2024, it's going to be the North Node with Chiron. In February this year, 2023, I told you when I felt the fear, it was Jupiter and Chiron together in Aries. Well, what this all means, I want you to connect the puzzle. The exactly how can be manifested in various ways, but it's not something that is going to be fun. Well, I think it's going to be good bless for those that are dedicating their life to be good person by following the universal law and going with the planets, with the nature of them, but not creating extra negative karma, not stealing, not robbing, not killing, not lying, all those things. Because the results, the consequences are coming back anyhow. It's just a matter of time if you are seeing it coming to you or not. But those are also collective karma that we are paying. Countries or races that killed by name of God a lot of people and don't think directly about Israel and Hamas. It happened a lot with United States, Mexico, United States, Vietnam, United States, Iraq, France, Algeria, Spain, and all South America. So much blood on the hands of people. Ha 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 ha. Few days before Halloween with a lunar eclipse in Taurus. Fake money, printing, enslaving not just the people of the Western world, also of the third world in a very minimum salary. So much dirty karma. And all the eyes are looking on Israel, Hamas, on a little spot of the earth that creating so much suffering and grief in the world of millions of people. In all Israel, only 7 million people are living. It's just a little village in China. And all the eyes are all looking on there. Of course, this is related to their religion. The medieval stories, going back to Jerusalem to conquer, it's before knew anyone about America. Yeah, it's only was Europe and Israel. So go back to the world. Our earth is bigger than what most people think. And what is coming is destruction. Chiron related to this, and it's in Aries, the sign of war and new beginning. In order to birth, how we came to this life with blood, and behind us we are hearing screams of our mother that pushing us forward, and we are coming crying, traumatized, and we come to life. Life and death are traumatic transformation, come from suffer, but from the suffer, the mom from the pain is hugging the baby. I've never had this. I never had a child, but I have it in different other metaphors. But the last time the North Node in Chiron met, it happened 3 times in few months. It was very traumatic time for me in the world. 2008. You bought a house? You sold the house? I sold the house. It was my last payment received in 2008 when I sold my house in the worst time. No financial education. I just wanted to be free. Before Facebook, WhatsApp, before Bitcoin become any possibility on the mind of people, the financial crisis, subprime, people lost their home due to what was in the financial market, but also opened a new opportunity. Airbnb born in 2011, if I'm not mistaken. I even was in the inauguration in Spain. I was living in Barcelona, even 2012. I will start promoting to people, you can start having money from your apartment. Yeah. So 2008, Chiron and North Node were meeting. Yeah, I was in a crash relationship. I started losing my money. A lot of people lost their money. Stock market was, I don't know, 3 banks, Lehman Brothers and others disappeared. People lost their businesses. And what it started? A new way of new businesses online, the WooCommerce. What's coming now is going to be another push-up to more digitality. But those are so much zombie old structures that seemingly going to be removed. The energy that I'm seeing around February, together with my indications for the markets, you could join my live chart to see how I'm drawing markets and line ahead, months ahead. We do a lot of money if you're combining with your own technique analysis or other method. This is going to be an event that is going to create a lot of emergency situation. Now, the month of February is Aquarius, and it's related to a lot of electricity. If you've noticed or not, in last February, we saw a lot of earthquakes. It was also important earthquakes that weren't felt for a long time, years in Israel. Not to speak that I've just said, Pluto of Israel, Pluto is very near and entering to the fourth house of Israel, what relates to the change of the land. So whether no one will do any damage or no war would start, transformation should or must be happening there. And I spoke about expansion because if anyhow it's going to be destroyed somehow, so at least you are doing a war and you are gaining extra zone. So the thing for the strategists that actually are not using even astrology, are just using their mind and the technical and the artificial intelligence can do the calculation to align with such decision that is the right time to do so. So indeed, you will watch the video from June 2nd. It's also on my Patreon for free now. And to see how I'm speaking about a new Middle East that is going um, to replace gradually, not in one day, the power, economic power, instead of Europe. But those are just powers and dynamics in agenda. It's not going to be directly as is, because in the US as well, a lot of powers and changes are about to happen. It's all about the Pluto, the transformation, the death, and rebirth. We are just entering in few days to the Scorpio season. Halloween is because of this, the day of the death. This is what Scorpio rules, death and transformation, from caterpillar to a butterfly. And what we saw already before Scorpio even began, it was accelerated everything from Israel. It was like seeing the death in the eyes. Each one could imagine himself for a second in this horrible situation of this horror movie, losing everything in a moment, whether by being kidnapped or being robbed or killed. And even those that remained in life and lost their dears actually lost everything. Nothing can sustain the pain. The borders and the status quo that is related to Libra is about to change and is changing. And I would like to dedicate more of my approach to this in the next videos. How to prepare people mentally, consciously to those times that are coming. It's not just about I told you first. I see what's coming. I'm waiting. Sometimes it's better you keep yourself quiet until most of the noise is coming down. People can listen to you, be prepared. I see things and many things before time. So what it's going to help you if I'm going to tell you about the agenda of the world I'm seeing in 35? How is it going to help you? You are not a strategist. You are not a bank finance that's going now to put the money there. Waiting for enough time to see forward. Everybody are feeling those energies because we are all feeling the Pluto. We are corresponding to the moon, to the sun, to the places of the planets. We are feeling them. So you don't need psyche to tell you this, but at least a good margin before, as you know how is it. Now, the events that are coming, no one could prepare for this. No one could prepare for what happened in Gaza and the Gaza envelope. No one. It was surprise. And no matter how much technology like Israel has and how much defense, you are not prepared. No one is prepared for this earthquake. No one is prepared. And this is going to be in the live video that I'm going to do after this video. Make sure that you will watch it. So the time of February, March, which is the end of the astrology year, okay, this is going to be the day that North Node and Chiron will meet only one time, not like in 2008 that they met 3 times. Only one time in 16 degrees of Aries. with Pluto in 0 degrees of Aquarius, when exactly the sun is ingressing to Pisces, which is the last month of the astrological year. So this day is the beginning of the last month of the year, the release, that is going to be surrounding. Around this time, 2 years prior to this, it was the invasion and the war between Russia and Ukraine. If you all remember, I was speaking much before many other psychics, and I see some channels, 22nd of February 2022. I was speaking about it 5 months before this, about this date. Now again, I'm speaking about the beginning of Pisces season, when the sun in Pisces, when Saturn in Pisces, and we can speak, like you saw in the thumbnail, about increase of water, chaos, dirt, lack of electricity in many places, evacuation, images that you saw in Gaza, not just because of bombing, which some places are going to be, but also because of natural disasters. Very quickly, the institutions, the health that you needed to take the jab for the health system not to collapse, is going to collapse, like it's now collapsing in Gaza. And even military or forces will not be able to help in many places. I know it's scary. Life is fragile. You have deal with God. From here to here, we all appeared and disappeared from this life in a poof. And this is a time to embrace not your limited, old-fashioned religion, because that's what you know. Spirituality is not religion. Is beyond, is knowing the laws of life, that you don't need someone to dictate how exactly you need to behave. No one could dictate to what sex you are going to be attracted to. No one will tell you that you are bad because you love something or not. But this is for another debate. My growth spiritually was through investigating my sexuality, because I couldn't accept that I'm different. And I tried to change myself, and I harmed myself so much every time I tried to educate myself with religion and others. But spirituality goes beyond it. And I'm a much better person than many religion out there that even killed by in the name of God or Allah Akbar. This is it for this video. Soon I'm going to be live. So join, and if you want the exclusive contents for the markets, connect to my Patreon, where you support my work, and connect to the club, and also via Discord. Bye.